Let's learn how to do these lovely phasing style animations using Twinmotion. Right, so let's start in SketchUp. And what we've got is a big ground plane which will act as our backdrop and something for, let me just explode it. Explode again, there we go. And potentially something for objects to come through from underneath as well. Saves us a section box. Now, the thing that we need to do in SketchUp first is to ensure that things are exploded and grouped correctly, so we can select things in Twinmotion a little more easily. So what I mean by that, a good example are the doors. Look at all the different objects and all that sort of stuff. Now that's great for modelling cleanliness, but not for the purpose of this exercise. So we need to jump in it and then explode. And then if I just select again, there's another, and you just until explode goes grey. So I'll speed up the video in a sec. But what you want is, you want objects to be in one kind of master group. Let's forget about the tiled floor. Don't need to worry too much about materials as well. We'll update that in Twinmotion. And see, like this kitchen here, I'll just explode them first. We want it all exploding, so we can just grab the kitchen in one hit in Twinmotion. So leave it with me. Let me just get the model organised, and then we'll import into Twinmotion. So we're in Twinmotion. Let's just delete all those little bits and then import the SketchUp file. And then the key thing here is to keep the hierarchy. It recognizes the change in materials, which is very handy. But if we collapse it by material, it won't be grouped in the way that we want it to be for the purpose of this little animation. So keep hierarchy and import. Now that is the reason we've also exploded certain things, because the keep hierarchy would have kept like all the door handles separate and things like that. So as a quick little run through, let me just apply some materials. Just going to go with the basic ones out of the box. I'm going to use any Megascan stuff. And by the way, just while I'm doing this, we're not we're keeping this quite simple. The animation, you know, like the actual end result, we're keeping it fairly simple. We're just using the ground floor of this this housing project. We could do the whole street. I was even tempted to maybe model some of the foundations in and stuff like that, but I'll leave that to your imagination. What I'm trying to get across here is the principle of using the animation tools, like the actual animation tools in Twinmotion. They are absolutely fantastic. The wood on the doors is quite nice. That tile will do. let's just play with some of these. And if we just select something, yeah, perfect. See where that's working? So that's very good. So I think we've got our materials done. Let's then just drop in some, again, just some basic objects, just so we can animate them as well. Do love the decorations. In Twinmotion. So I'm just having a little play with it. It's not the biggest house in the world, I do know that. That'll do for the little bit of decoration there. Let's just pop in a, very, very quick little dining table there. Okay, so that'll do us. We've got our textures in, the scene's populated, and it's broken down correctly. Okay, lovely. So, what we then want to use are these little things called tools, animators, and translators. So, here we are. Right? And the first thing you want to do is just decide what things are going to be kind of animated at once. So is it going to be all the doors going to be separate and all that sort of stuff. So let's just say we want, well, of course we want our external wall to go first. So we select the translator and hit object link. And then we hit that, and then look at that, it's so good. Now that's set on a loop. You can have it bouncing like that, which is a bit weird, or you have it set to once. And what that's doing is that's letting you know that that's the, you see it says play. And actually if you untick it, it reverses it. So that's a very useful thing to know. And what that's saying is that's the, when you hit play, that's the result. Now, in order to get in the right position, you want the distance to be, you know, whatever, I'm going for 3 meters. And that's coming from underneath. So then I want with play selected, you let it play. So if I just turn that off, see it goes the other way. So with play selected, it shows you the end result, and then obviously that's where you want the final position to be. If I then unselect play, you'll then see it'll just sneak underground for us. If we change that to 3.2 and hit play, that should then just fly past it. Yeah, there we go. Let's just drop that back in. And in the speed, let's do 1. And then that's what will happen during the video. If then you want other objects to come in at the same time and in the same manner, you then simply add the link, the object link. So what I want to do is bring in another one, and then I want to link in all the furniture. I haven't put it in the bathroom, but you get the idea. It's separated all the dine and stuff. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Now, you might want apologies. Now what I've done wrong here is I needed to rotate. So let me just break the link. I needed to rotate the translator first. Let me just delete that. Right, so we still, right. So I will leave that in the video because it's important to see, I think, the little things that can go wrong. So let's just drop that back in. Right. So what I should have done was tools, animator, translators. I should have rotated this first, so 180 degrees. Okay. Right. Then link the objects. There we are. So now they're falling. Okay. Right. Good. And the purpose of doing that is I then want them. So if I let that play and go on once, so I just let it finish. Let's do speed 1. I then want that to, let me just set it to like 5, just so it's definitely out the picture. You can see just a tiny bit more. I'm just adding it in, just for the purpose of demonstration. Be more accurate with obviously the distance it's traveling. Okay, so that'll do. So then if I turn that off, that's the starting position. Now we're going to take a view from up here, right? Obviously they'll be on show. That's a little bit of a spoiler. So then what you can do is you can drag in these amazing section cubes. Like so. And then what it's doing is it's catching that furniture before it's entering the scene. So if I just do that, I just want to scale that box. There we are. So if I then select that and hit play, there we are. You can see the way they appear out of nowhere, essentially. And the position of that section box will dictate when they appear on screen as well. You might even want to do a little bit of a delay. So I do like the speed. Let's do that quicker speed. But the delay might want to be 1 second, just to allow the other one to finish first. And what we'll do is we will take a little test render just to see how it's all finishing, and then we'll make tweaks afterwards. So that translator has got all the furniture, and then basically what we then want to do is just keep drag that in, and then we want to let's link the doors, not the section cube. So let's just hide that section cube. Okay. So let's do the doors and windows. Let's just do that. Let's not do too many different ones. And you can see the purpose of exploding now as well. Okay. And then you've got the option here for different axes as well, which is good. So let's just let them slide from the right hand side. It would be the other way, wouldn't it? Sorry, tell a lie. So that's the M position. And then we just let it finish. Sorry, once. Let's do one as well. Right. And then just drag that over into position again. I'm just going to eyeball it in. Oh, I didn't get that up there. It's not too bad. Let me just go to that translator. Right, and I just need to grab there we go. It's not too bad. Okay. Select it again, turn play off, and then you can see the starting position here. You could even use the section cube with a translator to peel bits of the model away as well, which is good. I'll probably do a little separate one on that actually. What we do want to use is another section cube here. Just so these don't appear too early as well. So if I then just so that wants to cover that and that. There we go. Let's then hit play. And you can see them landing in. This isn't going to be perfect, to be honest. Haven't looked at it, could have done a bit more thought on, you know, how the doors are maybe coming in from the side and all that sort of stuff. But I think it's giving you a bit of an idea. And then let's do. So these are the floor separate, and then we'll do the kitchen and stairs as another, and then let's just render it off, see what it's looking like. Because annoyingly, it doesn't give you the preview in the video section of the media area. So what I'm looking for: tools, animators. Let's link that to the floor. Let's undo that. Let's rotate. And then link to the floor. $6 meters. Let's do 2. Once. Keep forgetting that. And we want the results to be like so. Okay. And then same again. Last one. We want to select the stairs and the kitchen. You can see there the way it's giving me the option. So if I just undo, if I just hit 6 there, that's how you do it more accurately. I've been eyeballing it in, but that's how you do it properly. Right, so, oh, is that in? Let me just link, I didn't see that, the little cover. Yeah. And our little entry light as well. Okay, perfect. Right, so a nice little thing to do is let's create 2 scenes, and between the 2 scenes we'll just change the camera angle a touch and change the lighting angle a touch. Easy for me to say. The reason I'm saying that is just by virtue of having a video now created, it will render those translators. You don't need like a start and a finish scene to capture those things. Let's increase the focal length quite a bit. We want it to feel like an axo. Maybe that's a bit too much. Everything's gone a little bit janky. Right, so there we go. So that'll do us. Maybe go a touch higher. Something like that. And as I say, I encourage you to really expand on this, because the opportunities are endless. This is the way you can do, like, you can animate like a construction site, like a steel frame coming through the floor, or landing from above, and wrapping the envelope and all that, from the side. It's it's endless what you can do with this. You can spend days working it up. Let's we're not going to use the path tracer. If you wanted to make this more realistic, you turn that on, but we're just trying to do speed really for this one. Let's just change the north angle. Obviously, we don't want any weather, but you could animate between seasons and all that sort of stuff. That would be amazing. And let's take some of these sides off with, let's just do 1080 square. Nice and easy, just for speed. What will parallelism do? No. we haven't got like a true ISO here, but it's fine. A little bit of vignetting, and let's pick like a pavement or something. Just so we've got a little bit of something in the backdrop. That'll do. Again, something nice could be to maybe even show a bit of garden, maybe even the houses adjacent to it or what have you. I think actually that pavement's a bit too... Let's just go for something a bit more generic. That's quite nice. Okay. Now, I just want to move the camera slightly to the right. Hit refresh. And then I'm going to move it over like that. And then just create a new scene. Let's do like 15 seconds for the... No, 10. 10 will do, won't it? And then on the second one, let's just do something like that. Let's just drop the sun angle a touch. I've gone back in time there, that's why. So it's tried to move it forward. So really what we want is, we want the first one to be that. Let's hit refresh. And then we want that one to be the 11. That should then go in the right. Yeah, there we go. So the reason it looked a bit funny then was it was cycling through an entire day. So there you go, little bit of camera movement, a little bit of sun movement, just to explain how you can utilize a few scenes. What we haven't done as well is save our project. Phasing animation. I'll have to give us a little preview there after saving. Anyway, let's export. It shouldn't take. So let's add that. Shouldn't take long at all. That's the benefit of having path tracer turned off. So then, what we've got is something that looks like that. Now, notice how it's done, isn't it? It's done and dusted, and the video is still moving along. So I think what we can do is we can delay things. I don't mind the direction and the speed that things are landing isn't too bad. The shelving looks a bit dodgy. So I think we can delay things so we can make use of the 10 seconds a bit better. So let's quit the media mode. And we 100% want the external walls to go in first. But the furniture wants to go last. So the delay, I think, wants to be, let's say, 5 seconds. The delay of this, say, 4 seconds. that one 3, and let's do the floor as 1. Okay. Let's then go back to the video. Sorry, let's expose it again. And that should make a bit more sense, just using the delays. We haven't done the interior walls as well, actually. That doesn't feel like the delays have worked either. Maybe just knock the speed down. Let's just vary the speed as well. You know what? I've turned the section cube off, haven't I, as well? I don't think that's been helping. Save. Let me just... This one wants to... So what needs figuring out is the floor's gonna be. The delay is 1 second. So I think that wants to do that. And let's just do one more animator, translator. Okay, and then we're just checking that they're all set to play. Both the section cubes are on. That's a good way of getting a bit of a preview, actually, just hitting save. Now that wasn't too bad. There's a bit more finesse to be had, but I think that'll do us, just giving that preview there. So, export. Yeah. See where we can see the we can see the bottom of the doors. It's not bad though. I don't mind it. You can see, probably doesn't need to be the 10 seconds either, but you can see a use case for it, can't you? I hope. Let me just get the section box nailed down. The one that's coming from the left, you can just see the bits of doors. And the one above, look the way it's turned off in the scenes there. So let me just turn that on, hit refresh. Go to that one, turn that on, hit refresh. That should do a job. Quit media mode, right? So that one I think is right. And then this one just wants to just be a fraction lower without cutting the floor out. Right. Let's see if we've cracked it. Almost. The floor's just appearing out of nowhere, isn't it? A bit too much. I think you get the idea anyway. Using those translators and section cubes and obviously grouping your model properly, you can end up with an absolutely amazing little animation like that. So I hope that's been useful. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.